Hey guys! So I just wanted to yap a little bit about a BL manga I read recently called A Lovely Meal. Ever since I read Vampire Knight as a kid, I feel like it kind of devolved my perception of reality permanently.
This taste. He's my older brother.
And I've been seeking that thrill ever since then. So I'm kind of like, the cheesier, the weirder, the better. And vampire stories are always just a little different and a little funny. And they scratch a certain itch for me that craves for like a fantasy story, but without the levels of complicated thinking that a lot of normal fantasy settings have. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very easy to understand. Vampire, so he crave the blood. And if he don't get the blood, he starve. And I like that a lot. I feel like it's a tame Omegaverse. Being a vampire means you have a cycle in which you really need to consume the blood of a human, right? Or else bad things will happen, so you know it's gonna come up every once in a while. And it's gonna be a big thing, it's kind of a secret. It's just a good trope, and honestly it never fails. So A Lovely Meal only has one season out. And season 2 will probably be coming out in 2026. There was an author's note that said it might be a while, like late 2026. But I still recommend reading season 1. There's 21 chapters and has a really good build-up. So it starts with this older man, Chang-duk. I don't even think he's that old. I feel like he's like 25 or something, you know what I mean? It's like when a Zoomer calls someone Unk, but they're actually just kind of a young adult. But he's portrayed as, you know, kind of somewhat older guy. He's a little rugged, he doesn't take care of himself super well, so even though he's hot, it's supposed to be like you can't really tell he's that hot yet. And he's a chill guy, but he's in debt. He's living in kind of a shoddy place. And it starts out when he meets this schoolboy who's sitting in the snow, locked out of a restaurant. And this boy talks to him and basically offers to cook a meal for him in exchange for being let inside his house and being given shelter. Which, by the way, if anyone ever asks you to do that, you should say no. I feel like that's how bad things happen. But actually, nothing bad happens. He really does just cook him a delicious, beautiful meal. And Chang-duk is really impressed. And that premise kind of continues. This school kid, his name is Jong-woo, just like keeps offering to cook for him. And he ends up being a really good cook. And there's actually a reason for that. So, of course, there's a twist. Some stories give vampires certain magical powers, right? So in this world, each vampire has their own charm point, or a certain way that they can basically seduce humans to trust them so that they can suck their blood. And whoa, spoiler, Jong-woo turns out to be a vampire. Didn't see that coming. Just kidding, I did, because he's on the cover of the vampire manga. But it turns out he's a vampire, and his special charm point is he can cook banger meals that will have a little tingly effect and make the eater trust him for a moment. And you know, allegedly that's so he can suck his blood, but he never actually sucks his blood, at least not yet. But there's a fun little plot. You know, Jong-woo doesn't eat human food, but he keeps cooking these meals and making excuses as why he's not eating the meal with him, you know, and it's like a little weird, but he just wants to stay sheltered and safe together with Chang-duk, and he learns to like him pretty quickly because of that. And Chang-duk, you know, he's older and a little wiser, so he kind of sees it for what he thinks it is. He's like, oh, this kid doesn't know what he's saying. He's just latching on to me. I gotta get rid of him. I gotta be crueler to him, right? Which honestly is based adult moment. So they're kind of staying in close quarters, but Chang-duk is being pretty responsible for a while. Even though like he only has one mattress, so they're literally sleeping together. But in a chill way, And of course, later on, it's revealed that Jong-woo's a vampire. And Chang-duk's like, whoa. Because these blood bags get delivered to his house, which is also a pretty common trope in vampire media, right? Like, they have to sustain themselves somehow, so usually they'll just get these government-mandated blood packs that they drink, like Kool-Aid. But Jungkook doesn't really like the packs so much, and as soon as Chang-duk is aware that he's a vampire, Jungwoo's like, bruh, I don't want to eat this shit anymore. I don't want to live like this. I want to suck your blood instead. And Chang-duk is like, no freaking way. Even though his blood, like, smells really good to Jungwoo or something. maybe he's real healthy, or I don't really think that's it. Or maybe it's like the Omegaverse and they're soulmates, so his blood just smells really good to him. Something like that. Or like, you know in Twilight, how Edward can't resist the smell of Bella's blood because for some reason she has like the most amazing, purest, delicious blood in the whole damn world. I feel like it's going for that kind of plot, but despite that, Jongwoo really does develop some feelings for Changdok romantically. It's just hard for Changdok to like see it for real emotions, right? Because obviously he's gonna want to suck his blood and he's younger too, he's impressionable. I think it's a really fun plot so far. I definitely recommend reading it. It also made me really hungry because Jungwoo is such a good chef and the anime food art is really beautiful. Every time he cooks something, I'm like, damn, I wish that was me. I wish that was me. Fuck. That bean sprout soup he makes, bro, I want it so bad. But anyway, it's very cute. The first season ends off in a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's a good one. It's a really good one, and it makes me feel like season 2 will be really fun, and they'll finally be able to make some progress and see each other in a different light. I don't know. I'm excited. So yeah, that's my yap. If I missed any details, I'm sorry. I read this like a month ago, and I'm just reciting this all from memory. But yeah, I'll be back when season 2 is out. I want more so bad. Okay, let me know if you guys read this manga. I'm looking for Fujoshis, please. Okay, good night.